Hello everyone and welcome to my bow guide. So in this video I'm going to be showing all the playstyles and builds made for those specific playstyles. So the timestamps are on the screen, so if you don't have time you can just skip through, but I recommend watching all the builds so you have better understanding of the bows. Now the strongest point of the bow is that it's very versatile. You can use it as a 2v2 fighter, you can use it as a dungeon clear with the AoE damage, you can use it for ZvZs, and you can use it in GVGs. Basically, if you're a new player and you're not sure what to do, like you don't know what you would prefer, you can always go bow and test out different aspects of the game, which is what I did, and after trying out the bow I didn't want to stop, and now I'm the bow one trick. So right off the bat I'm going to be talking about the ganking build. You can gank in the 2v2 Hellgate build as well, but it's very hard to dismount to that build, so this build is much better for dismounting and kiting your enemies away. So the ganking build includes a mage cowl, an assassin jacket, soldier boots, a warbow, undead cape or a foretelling cape, with omelet and poison potions. Now the mage cowl has poison, so basically your combo is you press your W, you press E, then you press Q on them, and then you press your D, and then you attack them with your basic attack, and then you run away. There you have assassin jacket in case the situation is bad and you need to disengage. Then you have your soldier boots with wanderlust, so your kiting is even more efficient. Now with the warbow, you take poison arrow, ray of light, magic arrow, and energetic. Now you need poison arrow because it has a lot of damage, which is consistent damage. This build has very lack of consistent damage, and this poison arrow will fix that. Now if you don't have ray of light, which is a pretty high level skill, you should not even try to ganking this build because you cannot do much without having ray of light. So yeah, if you don't have Ray of Light, just go level up a bit, get Ray of Light, then you can start ganking. Magic Arrow, because this is the whole point of the build. You see a horse, you press your W on them, you press your E, and the horse is probably going to be dismounted instantly. Now you need Energetic because this build costs a lot of energy, and so you need a lot of energy and all the energy that you can get, because you're going to be kiting away, and now as you can see I lost like a fourth of my mana from one combo. That's not even including my poison arrow. So yeah, you throw your poisons so you can dismount them easier, or just to do more damage to them. And that's pretty much it for the ganking build. Now onto my favorite build. This build is very universal. You can use it for 1v2 fights. You can use it for 2v2 Hellgate fights, and even 5v5 Hellgates. So, this build includes a Hellion Hood with Smoke Bomb and Balanced Mind, Macho with the Purging Shield and Aggression for the damage, Guardian Boots with the Giant and Toughness, Bow. Now, this is a preference, you can use Deadly Shot or Poison Arrow. I'll normally just keep switching between them, but if you're a newer player, I recommend using Poison Arrow because the Deadly Shot is a skill shot. Now for your W, you always use Explosive Arrows because you do more damage with it. Actually, if you're in a 5v5 Hellgate, you can use the Ray of Light to capture targets out of position, so you punish them more easier. But if you're a newer player, Explosive Arrows is the way to go. Now for your passive, you use Piercing Arrows. You can also try using the attack speed buff, but Piercing Arrows is cheaper to get and sometimes works even better. You can just switch between these and check whichever you like. So yeah, your combo is you press your E, you attack your target once or twice, then you pop your W, you go invisible, and then you do full burst on your target. Yes, and whenever you can, you just use your poison arrow. Keep in mind that if you don't poison arrow them for a very long time, the poison arrow stacks will go away and you will lose a lot of your damage. So that's it for the simple bow build. Now let's move on to a ZvZ build. Now, if you don't have very high specs, you should switch out the helmet for a night helmet. This way you're less weak to crowd control, and also the night helmet works around your targets as well. Basically you cannot get pushed around, you cannot get knocked up, basically just immunity to all kinds of moving crowd control. But it will not stop stunts, but it will also reduce the time that you get stunned for. So yeah, it's very good for helping your teammates as well, because it works in an AoE. You will buff everyone, up to 4 or 5 allies I believe. 5 allies, yes. But if you have very high specs, you should use a Royal Hood, because if you use your Royal Hood, you pop your explosive arrows and then you shoot your demon arrow. Everyone that gets in your way will get one shot. Even if you pop your everlasting spirit and it gets popped, then you're just going to one shot everybody. So your food is going to be stew and a resistance potion if you get into a sticky situation. And mage sandals with either delay teleport or run, with the aggression. Cleric robe with everlasting spirit and aggression. Royal Hood with the growing rage and balanced mind. Battling bow with deadly shot, explosive arrows, demon arrow, piercing arrows, or energetic. The cape is going to be Martlock cape. You can also switch that for Sterling cape. And these are the only capes that you can use for Sterling or Martlock cape. And that is pretty much it for the ZvZ build. Now moving on to a dungeon build. Now this build is probably the best dungeon build for a bow. You're going to be using a Stalker Hood with Mortal Agony and Balanced Mind. What Mortal Agony does is reduces their resistances by a lot if they are half of their health. So that's very good for dungeons. Then you're going to use a Cultist Robe with Levitate and Aggression. If you're poor and you're new to the game, you should use a Mage Robe because it has the exact same damage status. But the Cultist Robe is good just because you have that Levitate, and in case you get the aggro from their tank, you can just go immune to damage, heal yourself up, and then destroy them. Also it's very good because you can also restore your energy. So you can also stop using the energetic, which you normally would use, and use piercing arrows instead. So for the boots you will use delay teleport and aggression. The boots are not very important, but it's call out boots, which gives you 3.5 extra damage, which is always nice. And the bow is going to be with Deadly Shot, Ray of Light, Raging Storm, and either piercing arrows or energetic. Normally I use energetic because this is a very pricey energy build, but if you have energetic, you will never run out of energy. The food is going to be stew, and the potion is going to be poison potion. So, the cape is going to be Tedford cape, Martlock cape, Force Sterling cape. Now, the best situation is to have a Tedford cape, but if you get dungeon dived, the best cape for you is going to be Martlock or Force Sterling, because you will have more survivability. And you can also always switch out your poison potions for resistant potions, so if you get dungeon dived, you can pop your resistant potion and actually do a very good fight. Bow of Dawn is very good in ZvZs as well. Not really ZvZs, but just the group fights, so if you get dungeon dived and you have resistant potions, you can fight very well. But the only problem is going to be that you will have a Stalker Hood. So you can always go with a Night Helmet, which will be safer in case you get dungeon dived. So those are my builds that I normally use. If you have a different build and you think it's better, you can always tell me and maybe I will add it in my next guide or something. But I don't think I will have to update this guide because it works so far. I am a bow one trick, I have 400 out of 400 specs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.